Hello, my name is Celeste and welcome to A Crafter's Story. This is my new channel and I am super excited about it. This is the very first episode, very first video of this channel, and I can't wait to get started and to share with you all the little bits and pieces that I do with recycled, upcycled and repurposed materials. Sometimes things that I find around the house, or sometimes things that I find at thrift stores. So one of the things that I have had in my stash for ever and a day are these index cards, and I mean there's a ton of ideas on Pinterest and on YouTube, and I just never got around to doing anything with them, but I finally did. And I took the yellow ones and I just basically dumped a whole bunch of tea, flavored berry teas, coffee and so on them, and some of them just look aged, and then mottled, and then some of them came out with a little more character. Excuse me, like this one, and that blew my mind. And I just looked at that and I thought, oh my goodness, I can do something with this. It looks marbled, it looks aged, it looks gorgeous. This is what I'm going to do. And so I've been playing around with a few of them. This is the very first one that I made, and I think it just came out beautifully. I made this one earlier this morning. This is coffee. This is a berry. I actually think this was a blood orange rooibos tea. So this one came out beautifully in my mind as well. So I have this one sort of semi-prepared. Again, this was one of the teas, one of the berry teas. And I'm going to just put those aside. And we're going to do this in stages because of glue dry times. They take a minute, and so I thought I'll do this in stages, and I sort of semi-prepared some of them and showed you some that are already done. This is the tea bag from the blood orange rooibos tea, and all I'm going to do is paste it down here with a glue stick. My apology, I seem to have a frog in my throat today, maybe a whole pond of frogs. I like to use, just as a mention, this extra strength glue stick. I just find the ones that are washable, the washable glue, they don't adhere very well, and I've had a few little disasters where things have come undone once I thought they were done. And so I prefer now, this will cost you a little bit more, but it definitely is a better quality glue than some of the, in my opinion, than some of those others. And it really doesn't matter which side's which, just stick them down, and it just goes on beautifully, smoothly. It looks lovely. All right, and we just, and we get the back down, and just so we have a nice neat edge, get that, there we go. We don't actually need the middle, but oh man, I'm being clumsy. All right, so let's get this all nice and glued down. There you go. And that side, let's tuck this guy in. Don't want you sticking out the side. All right, and this side, there you go, all done. So you can see that that's the first step, and it already looks gorgeous, but we want to add a little bit to it. So I'm going to set this guy aside because he's wet. Let him dry a little bit and start playing around. Now, one of the things that I thought might be fun, and that I did on these two, is to give it a bit of a thread at the top. And so I think this is this is an inch, so this would be a 1/4 inch. I'd say that's probably a centimeter, so I'd say every 1/2 centimeter, every 1/4 inch. Put a tiny little dot where I'm going to make a hole and thread some gold thread through. I decided to use some baker's twine on those guys. Can you see them? Are we in camera? I don't have a clue. So I used some decorative baker's twine on those, but I thought maybe on this one we could be a little bolder and use some gold. Now I'm going to use an awl just to get those holes started. I think it'll help just to get the threading. Oh, squeaky, squeak. Why are you squeaking? Oof, that sound is awful. Sorry guys, I'll try and be quick. There we go, almost there. And 3, 2, done. Okay, and so I went ahead and just got some gold thread. I've already threaded it. I'm trying to be efficient. Trying to be an efficient crafter. I don't know if there is such a thing, but I'm trying to be one. So you guys can determine at the end if I was an efficient crafter or not. And I'm probably okay if I'm not. I don't plan my crafts too far ahead. I like the idea of just exploring as I go. Because that's when you have some happy accidents, you know. You can make a mistake and you think, oh no, what did I do? And oh goodness, oh, where is this? There it is. And sometimes I have happy accidents, sometimes not so happy, and then this is taking, there we go. Okay, I actually kind of like that. It's adding a little bling to the card, which is nice. Just that little accent, something that adds some eye candy. Is that what, can you say eye candy for crafting? Well, I just did, so I guess you can. I'm giving myself permission. All right, and I love the fact that you can add affirmations. You can maybe, you can draw on this, by the way. It really takes, not a Sharpie pen, not a felter pen, they tend to run, but you can, when you've glued down a tea bag like this, they look really nice if you use a gel pen that doesn't run, and you could doodle on this. You can write a message, whatever it is that you decide to do. Now later on, when this is all done, I'll go and glue these edges down, but for now I made a mistake with this guy. I went and glued down the backing, and then I thought, oh, what now? I can't flip it to work on the front because that's going to stick down on my work surface. So you live and learn, right? All right, so I think, oh wait, let's age the edges first. I think it's always nice to age edges. I feel like that gives your card a bit of a, what should we call it, a frame. And I just feel like it gives it that vintage feel. It gives it that done feel to me. I think it frames this piece. So, and you don't need a lot, that's enough. So put that away. All right, and then I have a little bit of coffee stained fabric. I'm going to paste down here, and I think I'll use something a little stronger. I really like the Turbo Tacky glue. It dries really quickly, and I can sometimes be a little bit of an impatient crafter. I want to see my end result, and I don't want to wait around for the glue to dry. And so these glues that dry a little faster are perfect for me. Perfect. And let's see, we'll get this guy. I know it has a sticky, but I've had these stickers for a while, so I think I'll just give it a little extra glue just to make sure it doesn't fall off at some point. Let's go off center. Yeah, let's do that. That's good. I like that. And I think we'll finish this guy off. I wonder if that's going to be enough. I think so. Oh, actually no, I have another. Let's get this guy down. And again, I'm going to just give it a little definition, little edging, little something, you know, just to give it a little pizzazz. My little live your dreams. I'm living my dream right now. Crafting is something that I find extremely therapeutic and calming, and I think it just feeds my soul. I'm getting very philosophical, but it really is something that I enjoy. It's a moment of creativity that yeah, just takes you away from all the other stuff, you know. All right, so the last thing I thought I would do is, this is a deep purple ribbon, very, very narrow, very thin purple ribbon that I picked up at a thrift store, oh, some time back, and I think that would just finish it off. Yeah, let's do that. So get that. Now this is a trick. How am I going to do a tiny little, ooh, let's see. Ooh, okay, no, that's not bad. Oh dear, it's not all the way. Okay. I think this will work, because once it dries, you won't see the glue. So let's try that. See if I can get this guy to stick. It's supposed to be tacky glue, so it should stick. Oh, there you go. There you go. I think that works. Nice, very nice. And again, when this is dry, for it to be nice and neat, I'm just going to tuck it. Oh, not now, because it lifts the ribbon. Eesh. No, go there. Down, down, down. Okay, so when it is dry, I am going to tuck it and make it nice and neat on the edges, and same with this one. And my plan for these guys, let me get this guy out the way, because he's wet and I don't want to ruin him. Get that out the way, make some space. My plan for these tags, I'm working on this journal right now, and I have a bunch of empty pages that are gorgeous, but you can never have too many things in a junk journal. And so I think what I'm going to do is put specifically this guy, because I think the burnt edges of this washi tape look so beautiful against the coffee stain and the rustic feel and the colors of this pocket. And then it'll become a pocket where I can put a tag, or maybe some writing paper, maybe some vintage paper that can go into this pocket. So I think that's just going to look gorgeous, and it goes with the eco-dyed theme. So yeah, and then one last little bit that I think I'd like to share with you is, when I was making this tag, I decided to do a little gold pen doodling. I think if I move it slightly, you might still see some of the doodling here. And I really didn't like what I did up here. It was just not nice. And when that happens, don't panic. Either put this card aside, come back to it later when you feel a bit better, or if you have something around and you think, well, I'm just going to give it a try and see if something else will work. I took a chalk pen, and I went I scratched it all out, and that's why this butterfly is here. It was a bit of an afterthought, and I really love it. I think it just, that's my example of a happy accident. It really worked out well. So don't ever throw anything away until you've kind of slept on it, you know. So there you go. Thank you so much for joining me. I had fun making this craft with you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.